Welcome to the JCC in Manhattan's Israel Forum Series. This inaugural program on December 4th, 2012 features Ambassador Michael Oren. This series is generously funded by the Wexler family.
I thought coming in here, I've got about 8 speeches in my repertoire. I spend a lot of time on my speeches, and coming in, I said I have an opportunity, and this is not to prejudice anybody on the basis of age. I thought, the heck with it. Let's throw all those speeches out, and let me just talk to you for a few minutes from the heart about the way I view Israel, why I made the decisions I made in life, how I got here, and how I see the challenges facing Israel today. Coming to the state of Israel, living at a time of Jewish sovereignty in our homeland is an extraordinary moment. We are inestimably privileged to be alive at this moment and to be involved in one way or another, either to be supporting Israel from abroad or living there, to live through ages, what I think are ages of miracles and wonders. Is it without complications? It is not. Is it without difficult decisions? It is not. That is the onus of sovereignty. I bless every day for that onus. It is one of the great blessings of our age to have the responsibility of being independent. That's what it's about. Who would have thought when I was a kid that someday we'd have peace with Jordan and Egypt? Is it a great peace? Is it warm peace? It has its days. We saw some better times. But it's peace. We were at war with these people. The thought of having peace with Jordan and Egypt was unthinkable when I grew up. The thought that some of our warmest relationships in the world, never mind in Europe, would be with the former Soviet bloc countries, right, was unthinkable back then. The fact that we would have warm relations with India. 20 years ago, we didn't have relations with India. We had terrible relations with India. Now we have wonderful relations with India. Thought that we have the relations with China. We just celebrated our 20th anniversary of relations with China. Our eldest son, the one who served and was wounded in action, is now working for an American-Israeli company in China, speaks fluent Chinese. The Chinese love Israel, love Jews. Who would have thought any of that? Who would have thought that Israel would be exporting wine to France? That we would be exporting, and I'm not making this up. You'd have to make this up. We are providing for the Russian Winter Olympics this year. We are making the snow-making machines. It's held in the Crimea. They're having it in Russia. No one thought that there's no snow in the Crimea. In terms of translations, Sarah, in terms of the highest number of translations of prose and poetry, our publishing industry turns out more books per capita than any country in the world. I can go on and on about the accomplishments of Israel. It's in the middle of an area that's not particularly conducive to democracy. And if you'd have to ask me what that is Israel's greatest achievement, that we're part of a very, very small club, United States, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, small club of countries that has never known a second of non-democratic rule. Women's rights, in gay rights, in free press, all of this we have. We have. And for every moment, just like our kids said to us, thank you, you couldn't have made a better decision than raising us in the state of Israel. I thank my parents for having the prescience to have me so that I could take part in this. So I understand you are going to, as they say in Saturday Night Live, talk amongst yourselves and come back to me with some questions, and I'll be happy to answer any of them.